open another ID for that. So what we are going to do, as we are learning recursion today, so we are going to learn a very famous problem, how we can solve that problem using recursion. So let's first discuss what is the Tower of Hanoi. Okay, let me draw you something. Let's say Tower of Hanoi, TOH. Okay, what Tower of Hanoi says that, let's say you have given with an rod. Let's say a rod has been given with you, and there are let's say there are three discs, and the size of discs are from let's say the disc that is at the downside, it will be the bigger disc, and the disc that is at the top of that disc will be smaller than that, and let's say a more disc is there that is smaller than this second disc. Let's say it is 1, it is 2, it is 3. Okay, let's say it is 3. So what I have to do, I have given with one more pole. Let's say either you can call it rod, and you can call it pole. So let's say this is rod A, and this is rod B, and one more rod is let's say I have to, what I have to do, I have to move all the discs from this rod A to rod B using another rod. Let's say I can use another rod as well. Let's say this is rod C. So what I can do, I can I have to move all these discs, and these discs should be in the B. This should be in this order only. That one should be at the down, and two should be at the up of that, and three should be at the up of that. Okay. So for doing that, what I can do, I can use the operations that we can perform. We can pop. Let's say this is the stack, and these are the elements. Let's say disks are the element. So we can pop one disk at a time. And let's say if I'm doing I'm popping it from here. Let's say if I'm deleting it. Let's say if I'm saying remove it from here and add it to B. Okay, add it to B. If I want to and now if I want to delete 2 from here, let's say if I want to what I can do, I can pop this disk from this pole or from this rod. I cannot place it on the top of that, because this disk that is there at this position, it's smaller than that, and we cannot place a disk that is on the top of that that is smaller than that disk. So it should be in the increasing order from the top to down. Okay, so if I'm placing this disk, let's say that is disk number 2, it will be a wrong. This operation you cannot perform. Okay, so what you can do in that case, you can place that disk number 2 here. Okay, it means you have deleted this disk number 2. Now what the output I was expecting, I'm expecting something that at disk B, what I should be having, I should be having this disk that is disk number 1 at this position, and disk number 2 at this position, and disk number 3 at this position. So I'm expecting a result something like this. If I'm getting smaller disk and this and medium one in this one, and the larger one are in the ace, larger one is in the 8th cell. So what I can do now, I can move this disk to here. Okay, and I can now move from this one from A to B. Okay, so if I'm doing from A to B, now the smaller disk will be at this position. Okay, let me remove this. Now the bigger disk I can move, I can remove it. I can remove it from here, and I can place it here at the B. Okay, and now because I have deleted it from here, I can now move from C to A, because A is already A is empty now. So I can write, I can means push my that smaller disk at the top of A. Okay, let me remove this, because we have already placed this disk at position B. Now I can I can erase this because I have moved this disk from C to A. Okay, so now what I can do, I can now the disk that is at the top of the C, I can move it back to B because that is the medium one. Let's say that is disk number 2. Again, if I moved it from here, now I can do this operation. So we are getting the same result what I was expecting. So we are getting it something like this. So this is the Tower of Hanoi problem. So I have solved it for the 3 disks. It could be the disk number could be any number. Let's say it can be 1, 10, 2, 20, 35, anything. Okay. So what I have to do, I have to create a solution using recursion so that if I'm giving him the number, let's say the number of days, he should be telling that what are the operation you should perform in which the minimum operation what you should be performing, that you get the your expected result. It means you perform all the you transfer all the disks from A to B in the same order that it was in the A. Okay, is it clear now, everyone? The question, then we'll be discussing about the solution. What are the operations that you can perform? You can let's say if I'm saying this is the element, you can pop one element from the top of the stack and you have to place that first somewhere else. You cannot do that. I'll be storing this disk into some other variable. You cannot that operation. You cannot do that operation, and you can use only one rod extra. You cannot use more than one extra rods. So you have to tell the means procedure how you can do this. Okay, is it clear now, or do anybody is having any doubt regarding the problem? I'm waiting for the response, your responses. Then I'll be discussing the how we can solve it using recursion. Okay, RN is saying clear, Shrey is saying clear. So recursion means, let's see, if I'm thinking about this problem, if I'm thinking that I can solve it using recursion, I should be knowing whether what are the operations that are being repeated in it, because recursion means if you are repeating something for sub problem, then you can use the recursion. So what the common thing I can see what we have did in this. First, what we have did, first I have moved from, let's say if I was transferring from A to B, first I have moved my all the disks that were there at the A, first I have moved all the disks to C, then the last disk that was left, I have moved that to B, then the disks that were there in the C, I have moved that disk to B. Okay, let's do it for 2 disks first, then we'll be checking how we have did this. Let's say there are 2 disks only. Let's say a rod is there and there is 2 disks only, disk 1 and disk 2. Okay, so this is, let's say this is rod A, this is rod B, and this is rod C. So for doing that, what I'll be doing, if I want to perform this operation, if I want to move all the disks of rod A to rod B, what I can do, I'll be placing to the top disk to C, and the last disk will be placed to B itself. Then I'll be disk that is at the top of the C, I'll be popping it from there and I'll be adding it at the B. So we have got the same result. Okay. So what is the operations? What are the operations that we have performed? First, we have what we have did. First, we have means all the let's say we have did we have did in the same manner what we done in the case of when we were 3 disks. So what I can do, let's say, okay, perform one more operation. Let's say if there are only one disk. Okay, if there are only one disk and I want to go from one to A to B, so in that case what I can do, I can directly move the disk from A to B. Okay, so let's see what are the common things that we can see in the case of 3, in the case of 2, in the case of 1. Let's see what is the common that we are getting, what are the common things that we are seeing. Then we'll be discussing about the recursion problem. So what this problem is saying, if we see it in the case of 3, we can see that what are the disks that we had in the case of A? Let's say that the disk that is greater is named number as one, or we can you can say the disk that is smaller is number one, and the middle one is the second one, and the greater one is the third one. So what I'm doing in that case, first I want to, if I can move, if I can transfer that disk from A to C, all the disks, let's say if there are three disks, okay, if there are three disks, let's say B and C, if I can transfer my these two disks into C in the same manner, in the as in the same manner as it is in the C, let's say it should be, if it is one, it is two, it is three. So if I can transfer my two and one in the same manner that it is in A, then what I can do, I can directly transfer 3 to B, because then B will be empty, and I can directly transfer that to B. Okay, and now if I've left with the disk that is there in the C, now I can transfer that disk to B itself in the same order. So what we are seeing, that if we have three disks, first what we are doing, first we are let's say three. So what we are doing, 3 minus 1, that is disk, let's say that is 2. We are doing what we are doing, we are completely transferring it to C. Then the left disk, that is the one disk, I'm transferring it to B again, and now because A is empty, now we can perform we can do that. What are the disks that is at C, I can move it back to A, move it back to B. So what if I say, if I know the algorithm for performing this operation, if I know the algorithm for performing if we are having two disks only, in the algorithm, what we can do, the algorithm can do it for us, that it will perform that n minus 1, it can perform it, it can transfer it to C in the same order, because we can do it with the help of that. And now the disk that is left with us, we can now transfer it to B, and we have already the algorithm. If I'm having one and two, only two disks, then I can move it back to B, because for two we are already having this algorithm. Okay, so what we can do now, as the same procedure will follow in this case. And what if we are having two disks only, in that case what we can do, the if I know the algorithm for one, so for doing one, what I can do, let's say first what I'll be doing, I'll be moving my let's say there are two disks only. So what I can do, 2 minus 1, that is one disk, I can now transfer it to C, because if there is only one disk, I know I can directly transfer it to C. So I'll be transferring it to C, and the disk that is left with us, I'll be transferring it to B. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to transfer all the disk that is there into C. I'll be transferring it to B. So for doing from C to B, if there is only one disk, I can directly transfer. So for one, we know it means for one we'll be designing a base case, and for all the, let's say for n, what the operation I have to perform. So first I have to move n minus one disk. Let's say if there are n disks into A, I have to perform n disk from A to B. Sorry, A to C. A to C using B. Okay, okay. When we'll be transferring all the elements of n minus one element of the A to C in the same order, then again B will be empty, because only one element that will be there into A, and all the n minus one element will be into C. So now what I can do, now the last one, that is, let's say that will be n number, because if 1 2 3, I can say the last one, I can say last, that is L. Let's say the last is what I can do for that, I'll be directly doing that to A to B. We don't need any help for that. Either you can say with the help of C, but I don't think there is a need of C as well. For doing that, we don't need that C. Okay. And now what I have to do, if I know the algorithm for doing, now I'll be calling my function for n minus 1. Now, if all the elements in the C, now I can say perform C to B, move all the elements from C to B, because if there is only one, let's say in this case, if there is only one disk at the A, if I'm transferring that disk from A to B, now A will be empty. So what I'm going to do, I'm saying perform C to B with the help of A. All the elements that are there in B, C, of move it back to B with the help of A. In that case, all the elements will be in the B now. Okay. We have performed the last one. We have already performed. We have already transferred it to B, and n minus 1 we are transferring it from C to B. Okay. Is the concept is clear? How we are doing with the help of recursion? If we know the solution, if I want to know the solution for n, first I'll be solving it for n minus 1. Then I'll be solving it for n minus 2 up to it reaches n is equal to 1, because I know the solution for n is equal to 1. If it is equal to 1, I can directly say that transfer A to B, or from where you are asking. Is it clear the concept why we are using recursion? Okay, so the code will be I think very shorter code, because we don't need to do anything. What we are going to do here, let's say I'll be writing a quick code for it. Tower of Hanoi, let's say. Let's make it Tower of Hanoi, TOH. Okay, just wait. TOH. Let's say for n, what I can write. Okay. For right now, I'm writing 3 for n. Will be changing it, and we'll be seeing whether we have done it right or not. Let's see. The first rod is A, the second rod is B, the third rod is C. Okay. So what I'm saying, tell me the procedure. If I want to transfer 3 disks from A to B using C. Okay, so Shrey is asking, but to move n minus 1 disks from A to C is the main logic. How to do it? What if there are 4 disks? Okay, so we can't directly move 3 disks. For doing 3 disks, yeah, Shrey, just think in the form of recursion. If I want to do it for the 4 disks, first I'll be transferring all the 3 disks to C, and if what our function will check for doing 3 disk for doing it for 3 disk, it will be doing it for 2 disk only first. Okay, and for doing for 2 disk, it will do for 1 disk only, and we are writing the solution for 1 disk only. Okay, after it has means, let's say in that case it will be transferred to C, and it will come back. It will say that now I have transferred 1 disk. Now what you can do, if you want to transfer 2 disks, because for transferring 2 disks, what we have written, that from A to C we have transferred. Now you can transfer 2 to B, and C will be transferred to the element that is at the top of C. It will be transferred to B again. Okay, Ashish is saying, but that one disk will be the top one, right? Ashish, yes, that one disk will be the top. Yes, initially it will be the top disk. Just think it in the form of recursion. Let's say I know the solution for transferring one disk only. Rest my function will do. First I'll be doing it for n. First it will be doing for 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Okay, let me write the solution, then we'll be seeing that how our function is working, then we'll do a dry run for that. Okay, so void, because I have to print the statements only, so I'll be not return, and this return type would not be anything. So void toh int n, let's see the character. Let's say I'm making it character, and I'm naming it abcs to make it clear. It does not mean that A will always contain A and B will always contain B. Okay. it will be changing, but in the when we'll be calling our function again inside TOH. But initially A will contain A, B will contain B, and C will contain C. Or you can write it's something like this, that the rod number 1, the rod number 2, the rod number 3. Okay, so I can write char rod 1, char rod 2, char rod 3. So what I have to do, from rod 1 I have to move it to rod 2 and then rod 3, using rod 3. You can write anything. Okay, what I'm doing, what I'm saying, if n is equal to 1, let's think, if user asks us that if I want to transfer only one disk from A to B using C, then we'll be saying what is the need of C. You directly say that moving or move, let's say, if we are telling to the user that, so what I'm saying, move disk, that is disk, it will be disk n. Let's say if n is equal to 1, I can write directly moving disk n, moving disk n to, okay, I'll be writing from, let me remove all this. Okay, moving n from A to, sorry, to B. I hope up to here it is clear, because we are not doing anything. If user is asking how I can transfer, if I have only one disk from A to B, I can directly say that you transfer, move disk number, that is n will be 1, of course, move disk 1 from A to B and end the line there. And if it is greater than n, so what I'm saying, first you move all the disks, that is n minus 1, n minus 1 from A to, from A to C. Now, yes, it will be A to C. I'm asking him to perform n minus that transfer n minus 1 disk from A to C with the help of B now. Okay, and if it has transferred all the disks that is there in n minus 1, that is there in A to C, now what I can say, that I'll be left with, only one disk, that is this number n, because if n minus 1 we have already performed that, so I'll be left with n minus 1. So I can say that move disk n from B to, sorry, from A to B directly. Okay, is it clear why I'm writing from A to B? From A to B. If I'm left with only one disk, I can directly say that transfer A to B. Okay. Now, what I have transferred, that the disk that I have transferred to C, now I can say that, and that will be n minus 1 disk. So I can see now transfer that that the disk that is there into C, now transfer that disk into B with the help of A, because A is now empty. Because if I have transferred my n minus 1 to B, n minus 1 to C, and the left will be 1 only, and I have transferred that to C itself, sorry, B itself. Okay, and now what I'm saying, the disk that is left, because A will be empty now, and the disk n minus 1 disk will be into the rod C, and I'm saying transfer this disk to B. Okay, with the help of A. Now I should be getting answer. This, it is as simple as that. Okay, we are getting a segmentation fault somewhere. Let's see. Okay, I have not returned anything because if n is equal to 1, if n is equal to 1, so if I'm saying move a to b, I should be returned from here, no? I should not be doing calling this function for n minus 1. It will be 0. So for 0, I should not be calling my function again and again. Okay, so we are getting the answer here that if I have given him three disks, so it is saying first move disk 1 to b. Let's draw it. What he's saying. Let's say there is this is A, and I want to transfer. Let's say this is disk 1, this is disk 2, medium one is 2, and the smaller one is 3. Sorry, the smaller one will be 1, and the medium one will be 2, and the larger one will be 3. Okay, because that is at the top. So it is saying B and C. This is, let's say, with the help of C. I want to transfer all these disks from A to B with the help of C. What I can do? What is saying? Disk move disk one from A to B. Yes, of course, disk one is at the top. I can directly do that. I can directly perform A to B. Let's say this is okay. I have to make it a little smaller because right now this has been performed. This is being deleted from here, and it's saying from A to B we have moved, and saying move disk 2 from A to C. Yes, I can do that. I can move it here. I can write the disk number 2 is looking like disk number 3. Let's say disk number 2 is here, and now it is saying that move disk 1 from B to C. It is saying now yes we can do. Now move disk 2 disk 1 from B to C. Yes, I'm moving my disk 1. Let's say it is disk 1. Okay, let's remove all these, erase all this what we have already moved, because it has moved to C now. Okay, it has also this one is also moved to C. Now it is saying that move disk number 3 from A to B. Disk number 3, that is yes, disk number 3 is at the top, so it will be saying that move this to B. This is disk number 3. It is being popped from here. Okay, and it is saying move disk 1 from C to A. Yes, I can move disk 1 from to C to A. I'll be performing this disk 1. Let's say it is disk 1 from moving. I'm moving it from C to A. It will be moved from here. And now it is saying move disk 2 from C to B. Yes, I can move it because it is at the top. I can move it back, and it is saying now I can move the disk that is at the top, that is disk number 1 to A to B. Yes, we have performed the operation correctly. We have it has been popped from here. It is also being popped from C, and we have completed our task what we were expecting. We have moved all the disks from A to B with the help of C. Let's quickly check our function for let's say if I'm saying from you have to transfer only one disk. Let's say if I'm saying that from my function you have to transfer only one disk with the help of C. So what it will be doing? It will be saying that move disk one from A to B. There is no need of C. Let's say if I'm saying move disk, if there are two disks, how you can perform these operations? So it will be saying move disk one to C first, disk two you can move to B, and disk one you can move it back to from C to B. Yes, it means we are getting the correct output. Let's quickly check it for 4 and 5. Let's see if I'm writing 5 and 7. So, okay, we are getting we cannot verify it. Okay, if you want, you can, because this is the most simple code, but you have to understand it why each and every statement is being written here. Let's say if I'm saying, if I was writing 2 here, so the number of operations we are getting 3, and if I'm writing 3 here, I'm getting the number of operation is 7. Okay, so what we can say, what will be the number of operations In the case of disk, is if there is n disks, I can say that it is 2 raised to power n minus 1. Okay, because 2 raised to power 3 is equal to 8 minus 1 7. If we were writing 2 raised to power 2 minus 1, we are getting 3. If we were writing 2 raised to power 1 minus 1, we are getting the number of operation as 1. So we can say that time complexity would be 2 raised to power n in this case. Okay, is it fine, everyone? Or you are having any doubt up to here in this code? If you want, you can make the diagram in your copy, and if you want to understand it in more clear way, uh, might be chance you're not able to visualize the complete problem, the solution. You can what you can do, you can just write this code, and what the code is doing, you just perform each and operation one by one. You dry run the code by yourself and try to visualize what the answer we are getting, why we are getting this answer, why this code is correct, why what are the alternatives of doing this. You can do it by yourself, I think so.